Welcome to AzureTeach.net.
Generally, we add Azure AD authentication, something like this. We'll add code like this and also will define some configurations in the app settings.json file. So here I am showing you a web API project as an example. But if you have some idea on JWT token authentication, we need a security key to generate the token and also to validate the token when the request arrives at the API. But here in Azure AD authentication with .NET, we do not have any such configuration in our projects. So how this setup is working without defining a key inside our application? You may think this application calls Azure for getting the security token key. So if you assume like that, that answer is correct, but calling Azure for each and every request may cause some latency. So let us understand how this is working. Before we start, please subscribe to our channel. 90% of the people who watch our videos are not subscribing to the channel. So if our channel is adding any value to your professional career, please hit that subscribe button. Here I have opened Fiddler tool to capture the network traffic. Now I am going to Visual Studio and running this API. Now let's go to the Fiddler tool, and if you see, there are no much calls, those are happening from the Visual Studio. Now I am going to Postman, and here I am hitting one of the endpoints, and here I have generated the Azure AD token already, and I am clicking on send. And now I'm going back to Fiddler. So here if you see, here we have two calls. So here 2.0 call and here normal call, and this is related to well-known open ID configuration of this particular tenant. So this is my tenant ID. So I'm going to the JSON view over here, and here I am looking for here JWKS URI. So this one is the JWT keys related URI, and I am copying this particular URL. Here I have pasted that URL in the browser, and this is the response that I got. So here if you see, we have an array of keys. So we have multiple keys over here. And now I'm going to Postman, and here I'm copying this particular token. And here in jwt.ms I am decoding this. So here if you see, in the header part we have a key ID. This is the key ID that we have to look inside the keys. Here inside the keys I am searching for that key. So we found that key. So our application is using this key to validate the token that is being passed from the Postman. This is not specific to Azure AD. Most of the identity providers exposes the well-known discovery points and also these common keys for the applications. Now I am hitting this endpoint again. So if you see, there is no call made to this well-known endpoint. So on the first request, the application calls these endpoints and gets this particular key information and caches that information somewhere, and it uses for other requests. So now a question to you guys. So here we can get all the keys that Microsoft is using to generate the keys. So can't I use these similar keys and generate my own token and break any APIs? Why that is not happening? Please comment in the comment section if you don't know. I'll make another video on the topic. Thank you.